Hi, thank you for joining me today. I'm going to take you through an autumn yoga flow. This is a flow for transformation and change for this season. I just wanted to mention that I have a restorative yoga membership and classes start September 30th. If you want to know more, go ahead and sign up through the link in the description. Now let's begin. So the first thing that we're going to start with, we're just going to close our eyes, taking deep breaths in and connecting back to our breath. Remembering to fill the belly up and exhale all the stagnant air out. We'll just be here for a few moments. And from this position, we are just going to begin to open our eyes. And from here, we are going to inhale our arms up and exhale our arms down. Inhale our arms up and exhale our arms down. Inhale our arms up. And this next time, we are going to go into a side bend. Now, you can either come up onto your palm and hold yourself, or you could come down to your elbow. Make sure you are keeping both sit bones glued to the ground or your feet in this position. And begin to inhale, bring ourselves up, and we're going to exhale and do the same exact thing on the other side. So either come up on the palm or bring the elbow down. Again, remembering to keep both sit bones glued to your heels. And we're going to begin to inhale up. Our next position that we're going to come into, we're just going to come up into our tabletop position just for a few cat-cows. So we are going to inhale in, bring our gaze up, dropping the belly down, and exhale, bringing our gaze down, rounding at the spine. Again, inhale up, exhale down. Last time like this, inhale up and exhale down. We are going to begin to add. So inhale up, exhale down, and shift our hips back towards our heels. Okay, one more time like that. Inhale, exhale, shift. And we are going to bring our glutes back to touch our heels. We are going to walk ourselves down into child's pose. As you see, my hips are glued to my heels, keeping them glued the entire time. Walking my palms forward. We'll just rest here for a couple breaths. So we are going to begin to walk ourselves up, and we're going to come into thread the needle from our child's pose. So we are going to lift our arm up, and we're just going to thread it through that opposite sides. Inhale, exhale down, thread it through, making sure to not move the neck. You can either leave your palm in your face or reach it over your head. Go ahead and walk that palm back towards your face and inhale, lift that arm up again. We are going to thread the needle on the other side. Same thing, inhale up, exhale, thread the needle through. Keep the palm in the face or lift it over your head, creating a nice stretch. Just here for a few breaths. And we're going to begin to bring that hand back and inhale our arm up. We are going to find ourselves back into tabletop position, tucking our toes under, and after we get a couple ankle rolls, and we are going to lift our hips up into down dog. From this down dog position, we are just going to pedal our feet out one at a time, alternating legs, creating a nice calf stretch. From this position, we are going to lift our leg up into three-leg dog, shift our knee back, and we are going to step our right foot through our hands, and we are going to come up into high lunge. Nice strong high lunge. Then we are going to drop that back knee into low lunge, and if you would like to go a little deeper, add a slight back bend and really feel that stretch in those psoas muscles and hip flexors. And we are going to drop our palms down. The next thing, untuck our toes. We are going to come into a twist. Add it to this lunge, so you can either keep your palm on your knee to twist and bring your gaze back, or lift your arm up and wrap it around the back for an extra twist. Just keeping our gaze back, looking back. Now from this twist, we are going to add a quad stretch if you can. If you can't, then just stay in that last position. But if you can, go ahead and grab that foot, keeping the hips shifted forward. Do not shift back to grab the foot. And release. Go ahead, shift the hips back. We're going to get a hamstring stretch. Now you can either stay up in this position, or you can bring your hips all the way back to touch the foot, creating a deeper stretch in that hamstring. Go ahead and begin to shift forward, tuck that back toe under, lift those hips up, and come back into three-legged dog. And we're going to set that foot down, pedal our feet out just for a little, and we are going to do the same thing on the other side. So we are going to bring our leg up into three-legged dog, shift our knee back to get a nice stretch, and step our foot through our palms, come up into our high lunge, couple breaths, and we are going to drop that back knee down into our low lunge, keeping those toes tucked under, and adding a slight back bend if you like. And from this position, we are going to drop our palms down and add a twist. We are going to untuck our toe, twist, either keeping our hand on our knee, reaching up, and or adding that twist, remembering to keep our gaze looking back slightly for a twist. If you like to go a little deeper, go ahead and add your quad stretch in. So grab your foot. Go ahead and release that foot. We are going to shift back and add our hamstring stretch, keeping that front foot flexed, getting a nice stretch. If you would like to go deeper, go ahead and sit those glutes back on the heel. Again, keeping that foot nice and flexed, breathing the entire time. And we are going to shift forward, tuck that back toe under, lift our hips back up into our three-legged dog, getting a nice stretch. And we are just going to drop our foot and pedal it out a few seconds. From this position, you can even add some ankle rolls to both feet. Make sure the ankles have a nice stretch. We are going to begin to lift our leg back up into three-leg dog, and we are going to come into pigeon pose, making sure that leg is square with the front of our mat. Our wrist and our knee are in alignment, and also our ankle. We're going to create a nice slight back bend, and if you would like to go deeper, you can add your forward fold. Just a few deep breaths in this position. We are going to begin to lift up. We are going to go ahead, tuck that back toe under, shift our hips up, back into our down dog, pedal it out a few seconds, and we are going to go to the left side. So inhale up, three-leg dog, and we are going to exhale, bring that leg through. We are going to square our leg off with the front of our mat, creating a nice back bend, slight back bend. And if you would like to go deeper, you can add your forward fold. One side might be a little tighter than the other. Remembering to breathe the entire time. Nice deep breaths. Begin to lift up. Go ahead and tuck that back toe under and come back into our down dog position. You can definitely pedal your legs out if you need to. We are going to have our feet slightly wider than hip width, pointed at a 45-degree angle. We're going to walk ourselves back and drop our hips down. We're coming into yogi squat. Now you can hold this position using our elbows to create more of a stretch in our inner thighs, or you can add a twist like I am here. So we're just going to bring our gaze up, and I am locking my hands behind me in this twist. We're going to come up and go to the other side. If you are twisting, again, you can just hold the yogi squat. Go ahead, begin to release. Plant our palms on the ground, and we are going to come into our seated position and extend our legs in front of us. Go ahead and flex the feet and bring that right knee in, keeping a nice long straight spine. We are going to cross it over our left leg. We're going to come into a twist. So inhale our arm up, exhale our arm down, and bring our gaze back behind us, okay? If you like to go a little deeper, you can hook the elbow onto the knee. If not, just hold. Keeping that spine nice and straight. You want to think of a string pulling you from the top of your head, keeping your spine nice and straight, keeping that gaze looking back. Deep breaths here. And go ahead and release our twist. Inhale our arms up and exhale and cross our foot, and go ahead and bring the bottom of that foot to the inside of that left thigh, and we are going to forward fold, keeping our spine nice and straight, our foot nice and flexed. This is an active forward fold. Nice deep breaths here. And go ahead and inhale up. We are going to switch sides. So extend that right leg out and bring that left knee in. Go ahead and cross that left foot over. And when you're ready, inhale, exhale, and twist back, bringing that gaze back behind you. Now you can hold here in this position. If you want a deeper stretch, go ahead and hook that elbow, remembering to breathe the entire time. If you can't breathe, you've gone too far, just back off slightly. And begin to release. Inhale our arms up and cross our foot. Go ahead and bring that left foot on the inside of that right thigh, and we are going in for our forward fold, making sure that foot stays flexed and the spine stays nice and straight. You can kind of drop your head if you like, making sure that spine is in nice alignment. And from this position, we're going to inhale our arms up, and we are going to extend that left foot. We have one more forward fold with both legs, keeping the feet nice and flexed, keeping our gaze slightly forward or down, just feeling a nice spinal stretch, keeping the spine as straight as you can. Try not to round over, feeling a nice hamstring stretch. And we are going to release our hands and slowly walk ourselves up one vertebrae at a time. From this position, we are going to come onto our backs. So if you need to adjust, you can. Go ahead and extend the feet out. Keep that left foot flexed. Bring the right knee in, and we are going to do some ankle rolls on our right side, going in both directions. And once we're finished with the ankle rolls, go ahead and drop the foot onto that left thigh, and we are going to begin to twist. So keep that right shoulder nice and grounded as we keep our gaze looking towards our palm, and we are going to twist. If you need more of a twist, you can bring your left hand over that right knee to push it down to create more of a twist. And we are going to begin to come up. So use that hand to help hold your knee and lift up. And we are going to switch sides. So go ahead, bring that left knee in. Go ahead and do your ankle rolls both ways. And when you're ready, you are going to place that left foot on that right thigh above the kneecap. And we are going to begin to add a twist. So we are going to drop that left knee towards the right, and we are going to look towards the left. So we're going to keep that left shoulder nice and glued to the ground as we bring our gaze towards the left. And we are going to begin to lift our knee up. So use that hand to help guide that knee up. And we are going to come into our happy baby. So you can just leave your feet together if you like. Hook the big toes and spread them apart. We are going to use our elbows to create more space within our hips. If this is too uncomfortable, then just go ahead and leave your feet together or come into a reclined butterfly pose. Once you're ready, go ahead and release. We are preparing for a corpse pose. So go ahead and reach the arms above the head and the feet away, creating a nice stretch, and release, coming into Shavasana, our corpse pose. So getting nice and comfortable. We will be here for a few moments, just centering and grounding ourselves. We want to begin to connect back to the breath, filling our lungs, deep inhales and deep exhales. Remembering to exhale all of the stagnant air out of our lungs. We are just going to focus here on our breath for a couple minutes. to wake yourself up, rolling your ankles and your wrists, just waking yourself up. And you can pull your knees to your chest and give yourself a big hug. And from this position, you can just begin to roll to your side, placing your hand in front of your face to help slowly push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Once you find yourself in a comfortable seated position, go ahead and ground yourself, feeling the effects of your autumn yoga flow. This is a flow for transformation. And you can bring your hands to your heart center. Deep breath in and out. Thank you for allowing me to teach today. Namaste. For more, you can check out my website, b-thealchemist.com, where I help individuals transform their life for longevity. Don't forget that the restorative yoga membership classes start September 30th and they will be recorded. This is a monthly membership. Check out the link for it in the description below.